oh my goodness, y'all, I really feel like my higher self is coming out during this video. She like, girl, I'm telling myself to just sit down, like, just sit down, make that shit happen, you know, like. Hey, it's Key here. If it's your first time, welcome to the channel. And if it's your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, eight, nine, 10, so forth and so on, welcome back. I missed you. How you been? Today, I'm super excited to share with y'all more so the spiritual reason behind why I cut my hair. I ended up making a post on Instagram where I basically talked about more so the spiritual reason and like just really the connections that I was making and the downloads that I received. So I cut my hair 5 years ago in the same month that I cut it this year. If you're into numerology, you know that the number 5 is all about change. Okay, it's time to cut it. It's time to switch up some things. Okay, like this is a big transition. 5 also talks about, you know, spiritual growth and self-confidence. When I acknowledged that it had been 5 years, in my head I realized me cutting my hair, there was a change that needed to take place 5 years ago that didn't fully take place because of my resistance. So this year when I cut it, oh no, we going with it. There's no resisting it, baby. You gotta dig deep in there. You gotta feel every feeling. You gotta truly heal and do the work that you need to do. So therefore, in 5 more years in April, we're not doing the same thing. Like there's none of that. No repeating no more. Like learning in life, we go through cycles. Like life is just a big cycle. So if I don't learn it now, it might be 5 years, it might be 10 years, who knows? I gotta learn it now or I'm gonna have to learn it eventually. So April being the 4th month out of the year. 4 is all about stability. Stability, leadership, being organized, structured, and 4 is my life path number, y'all. Not only is 4 my life path number, but in the month of April is obviously, you know, Aries. If you have any Aries placements, shout out to you. I have an Aries moon. This was another download that I received. This is imperative because your moon is your emotions, how you feel things. I knew I needed to like fully feel and process these things during this time. If you know anything about Aries, they're all about being independent, freedom, passion, you know, drive. It's Mars energy. So it's like that big force of a push to get you going to where you need to go, right? That was just really about trusting yourself, trusting spirit to lead you in the right direction, to really fully heal these things that need to be healed, to really fully release what needs to be released. Like trust yourself, find out who you are, really feel those emotions and dive deep with them. And I'm still working on it, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. I am still working on fully feeling everything, fully healing everything. You're never gonna be healed. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard this like countless amounts of times. Like you're not gonna be fully healed, but that don't mean don't put in the work. Like baby, you just gonna make life hard for you. And that's what I had been doing. Let's talk about why I cut my hair the very first time anyway. I was seeking love of myself, understanding, stability, change, hope. I was seeking all these things because I did not have it at that time. I went into the military seeking those things. I said, oh, I'm not gonna get in a relationship. And I ended up getting in a relationship that was unhealthy. That relationship was very much tainted from the start. I didn't recognize it as what it was. I was talking to a therapist. It didn't work. Because when I went in there, I wasn't speaking my truth. I was saying little things here and there, you know, but that person was in the military too, and I didn't want to get them in trouble. I didn't want people to look at me as less. I didn't want people to look at me as if they had to save me. I didn't want to be on display. To feel alone when you are married is crazy. Going on dates and not really even having anything to talk about. You irritated because you know you shouldn't even be here. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all sitting across from each other and not a word is being spoken. Should we just leave? What's the point? What's the point of even being here? Why are we here? There's no true love behind it. There's love built on trauma, childhood trauma that helped us to bond so easily. That's not healthy. So why am I healed? Why is you healed? Why am I healed? Like, what are we doing? And so when I say, like, there were so many times where I knew I needed to leave this relationship and that it was not the best for me, there truly was. But I stayed with that person. I wasn't myself. I was who they wanted me to be. I put a mask on around everybody, pretended like I was okay, that everything that was going on in my household was not going on. Overseas, my second duty station, so I'm away from family and friends, everything that's familiar to me. I wasn't really relying on the people around me. I wasn't allowing people around me to even get close enough to me to know what was truly going on behind closed doors. Trying to adapt to someone who they want you to be weighs on you. It takes you further away from yourself, which in turn takes you further away from spirit, from God. When it comes to building a relationship with God, source, spirit, you have to build a relationship with yourself. A relationship with yourself is the most important relationship you will ever have, because that's how you get closest to source. You are the light. What is in you is a part of God, and you have to really sit with that. You have to sit with yourself. You have to truly believe that. And I'm working on this, y'all. Like, for the longest, that's the part of why I cut my hair. Like, I wanted so bad to be in love with myself, to be in love with God, to have that connection where I truly felt like, oh, I hear you and I'ma do it. I'm not gonna not listen to my intuition. I'm not going to go and act like this didn't happen and that didn't happen because I'm playing a role. No, like, no, I'm gonna build this connection with you, and I'ma truly know what it is that's going on, and I'm gonna follow that every step of the way. I'm going to follow it, and that's what I've always wanted. I've always wanted that relationship with God. Even back then, for a year, I went vegan. I was working out heavy. There was one point where I was working out twice a day, especially when I was deployed. I was doing yoga. I was devoting a lot of time to myself because I was receiving those downloads. I even knew then that I needed to leave that relationship. There were so many times where my intuition told me to leave. Even before I got married, y'all, my intuition told me to leave. And I stayed and look where I am now. Like, and that's not a bad thing, because I'm so grateful for everything I went through with that person in life, period. I am grateful for everything I've been through, because without it, I would not be here. I would not be sitting in front of y'all. I damn sure wouldn't be on this camera. I'm just keep it honest with y'all. Like, I wouldn't. I'm a very shy person, and not only that, I never felt like people listened to me or even saw me. So why speak up? Why say what's on my mind? But God gave me a voice, and God gave me a voice to use on this platform, and he gave me a voice to speak my truth, what happened to me, what I'm going through, how I feel, and I'm gonna share it. I'm finally to a place where I am able to release fear and share what God has put on my heart, share the experiences that I have been through to heal myself. It took me getting to be 29 years old before I knew that I deserve love. To even be able to love other people properly, you have to be able to love yourself. You have to be able to be truly content with yourself, at peace with who you are. You can't see somebody when you don't even see yourself. You can't fully hear somebody when you don't even listen to yourself. And so I'm truly in a place with my life where I'm happy with this journey. I'm excited for this journey. There's some days where I struggle. I don't give myself enough grace. I know that I am amazing and I am doing a great job. And then there's some days where I don't feel like it. I'm like, what progress have I made? I haven't really made any progress, or I'm still kind of stuck on this. That's fine. And I have to remind myself, or I call certain people to remind myself. Reluctantly, I call certain people to remind myself, because I'm still learning how to reach out for help. When you have been in a domestic violence situation, scratch that. You know, like, I don't want this video to be about that. That's not what this video about. So let's even take it from my childhood. When you've been in any situation where you felt like you have never been seen or heard or truly loved and appreciated and valued for who you are, not for what you bring to that person, but for who you are, then you just continue to form the same relationships. I have been seeing this video about like butterflies. When you get butterflies, that's your body telling you something's wrong. She expressed it as if when you have been through trauma, that's what you're used to. So your body, as a way of informing you that this is what it is or has the potential to be, you'll get those butterflies to let you know as a warning. But we think, oh, it's so cute, you know, oh, I'm all in love. It's love at first sight. Love by trauma. And so now I'm in a place where I'm actively manifesting those things in my life: the stability, the independence, the love, the healthy love, confidence. And honestly, it doesn't look how I thought it was gonna look. It's not gonna look how we want it to look, and that's okay. I'm learning, like, even my spirituality journey doesn't look how I thought it would look. In my head, I made it to be this big old complex thing, but it's so easy, and it starts with so many small simple steps: sitting with yourself, forming that love with yourself, eating right for your body. And it's like, I look back and I realize it was a point in my life where I was seeking that stuff so heavy because I knew that I was out of alignment, y'all. I knew it was something going on that shouldn't have been going on, and that's just crazy. Being in that time in my life, I went from trying to work out hardcore, becoming a vegan, doing yoga, praying. And then there was times like I was depressed. I was hella depressed, didn't want to get up and do anything. In the UK, I literally would sit in that room and stare at the walls in the dark. And it took like me going on deployments or stuff to even feel like myself, to even be happy. And that's when I truly formed healthy friendships with people. I'm 29 years old and I'm finally getting to a place where I am comfortable with myself. Everything about me, I'm starting to love. If I don't fully love it yet, hell, I'm on my way. I really keep looking over my nose, y'all. I structured this video out, but I feel like spirit is just moving through me, and there's certain things that I really need to get out. And I hope that you guys receive this, you know, with love. And if not, it's my story. It's my story that I'm meant to share. Oh my goodness, y'all, I really feel like my higher self is coming out during this video. She like, girl, I'm telling myself to just sit down. Like, just sit down, make that shit happen, you know? Like, it's been real. It's your girl Key. Baby, do you see the hair is filling in? The hair is filling in, okay? The hair is filling in. No more bald spots.